A recent United Nations report on natural disasters ranked El Salvador as the most vulnerable country in the world. Here, 95% of the population are at risk from natural disasters, such as hurricanes, flooding and earthquakes. I'm Dr. Louise Peeling, and I'm here to witness how evacuation drills run by El Salvador's young people are preparing their communities for the worst. El Salvador sits above 3 large tectonic plates, and as a result, earthquakes are a regular and sometimes devastating occurrence. During the rainy season, flooding and mudslides can destroy entire communities. Hurricanes also pose a serious risk. El Salvador is the most densely populated country in Central America, which means that homes are often built wherever land is available, increasing the impact of these natural disasters. In 2008, heavy rain caused huge flooding, which devastated many communities, including Malara. Could you describe a little bit about what happened to your community?
Cuando creció el agua, que el caudal del río levantó, yo vivía allá por donde están aquellas rocas en el medio río. Ahí tenía mi casa y se la llevó.
Todo era oscuro, solo agua, agua y agua. Pues parecía un océano. Ya tipo 3 de la mañana el agua ya había bajado. Salimos a ver y pudimos constatar que ya no había nada.
Noah and her brother Alfredo show me where their home once stood.
La puerta estaba para allá. Después de esto comenzó a crecer el agua, comenzó a crecer el río, iba metiendo más el agua para adentro.
Me soltó y me fui. No, de ahí no recuerdo si pasé arriba de la pasarela o abajo, solo fui a despertar ya abajo por la bambucera. Y luego vi ramas así, me agarré de ellas.
Me dice un amigo que mi papá estaba arriba del puente y allí lo velamos. En todo esto nosotros seguimos buscando a mi mamá, pero al fin que lo dimos por vencido, que no la hallamos, ya dejamos de buscarla.
So you didn't know who had survived, if anybody had survived with you?
Sí, eso pensaba, que todos estaban vivos. No me imaginaba que mi papá y mi mamá habrían muerto.
El Salvador doesn't have the resources to provide effective support for the millions of people at risk from natural disasters. To make communities more prepared, an organisation named Plan International, with support from international donors, has begun setting up civil protection committees. These committees identify safe areas and run emergency drills so that residents know what to do in the event of a disaster. What's most innovative is that young people are heavily involved and are trained in disaster response, first aid and evacuation procedures. In her new community, Noah is part of the committee, now preparing for an earthquake drill. The whole point of this drill is that it's as realistic as possible, so everybody's going to be doing exactly what they'll be doing when real disaster hits.
Mucha atención. En nuestra comunidad.
¡Iris! Buenas, pueden salir.
The first aid team are entering the community and they're looking for victims injured by debris falling from the earthquake. They found a victim. This gentleman's got extensive injuries, got open fractures, head injury. So the ambulance have arrived. The point of the first aid team is to initially stabilise the patient after finding them, but very quickly emergency services arrive on site. And they work with the Civil Protection Committee to get the victims to safety. It's actually really frightening. It does feel really realistic.
Le pedimos salir de manera ordenada hasta la cancha. Si los quiere apoyar, pues todos a la cancha, donde ya la concentración de víctimas.
They're getting the splints ready for the broken bone so that when the patient is moved or transported, we minimise additional injury that can occur. Very realistic. It did feel like the real thing. The injuries were really convincing. Your heart was pounding. You really had a sense of terror.
Bueno, en estos momentos ya el simulacro ha llegado a su fin. Esperamos que a toda la población.
Noah, how does it feel to be part of these evacuation drills?
Me siento bien, muy bien, excelente.
Do you feel more prepared having practiced these drills?
Sí, porque va como practicamos, vamos a sentir más preparados para hacer otras cosas más y más preparados, todos juntos.
In October 2011, torrential rain devastated the country, killing 34 people and leaving over 55,000 in temporary housing. El Peñón is a community based in a hugely vulnerable mountainous area, which has been running emergency drills for years. With raging water and landslides all around, Gustavo and Carla were part of the committee that successfully evacuated all members of the community to a pre-arranged meeting point, safe from landslides.
Bueno, esto parecía película de acción. Si aquí sí nos separábamos un día uno mismo. Entonces, por eso fue que todo, o sea, prácticamente la comunidad fue evacuada. Porque no se podía estar en ningún lugar porque no estaba seguro. Estaba, donde quiera estaban haciendo agua.
What difference did it make having this training and being prepared for when this disaster came?
Nos ayudaron precisamente para ese caso, ya no íbamos que, ¿qué vamos a hacer?
Gracias a Dios no hubo ningún muerto ni daños a personas así.
And without this training and being prepared, do you think people would have died?
Sí, bastante.
Se hubiera dado ese caso.
Si no hubiéramos estado preparados, sí, no hubiéramos hallado qué hacer, cada quien hubiera visto por lo suyo y no nos hubiéramos interesado en la comunidad.